Hello, greetings everyone,
Hello.
and welcome to another edition of Don Hammond's Arlington Weekly News. I'm Craig Nolan. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Daniel Pineda.
My name's Adele Quo.
And here we go with another installment of our, just in case you've been living under a rock, of this edition of the Nationals have won the World Series edition of Don Hammond's Arlington Weekly News. They did it. That's amazing. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Way to go, Nat. So we're about a week late, but as of a week ago, last Wednesday night, it was quite different around here. So way to go, Davey, and all the guys down there playing ball. It was wonderful. Okay, so our little rundown sheet looks like this. News and community bulletin board is coming along right after that. And as you may have noticed, Adele is here with another edition of
It's Easy Being Green.
Oh, very good.
We're getting there.
we finally got it.
One of these days we'll have that down pat. CBB, as I mentioned, a roll in. No Denise tonight, but we're talking about or looking at The Phantom of the Theater, our News for Senior segment, and then a roll in from our styrofoam mom, Miriam Gennari, behind camera number 3. Is that 1 or 3 out there? Anyway, that's our show. But before we begin, you have some social media information for us?
Absolutely, Mr. Nolan. You can watch the Arlington Weekly News on our very own YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Arlington Weekly News and the number 1. Also, facebook.com/Arlington Weekly News.
And also on the radio, we are at 96.7 LPFM WERA. The audio from our little show is on WERA. Check us out. All right, prompters. No prompter. That's why we have hard copies. Here we go. Well, you may have, if you got out and voted, got the vote out yesterday and did your civic duty and voted, you may be wondering about the results, and we have them for you here, hot off the presses. I'll get my News for Seniors glasses. Oh, that's what it looks like. Here are some of the results that we have. In fact, all of the results that we have as of this taping on Wednesday. In Arlington's, in the 32nd District for the Senate of Virginia, Janet Howell won that one. In the 47th District, in the District for the House of Delegates, Patrick Hope was the winner there. Also in the 47th District, Alfonso Lopez won there. And the Commonwealth's Attorney was won by Parissa de Ghani Tafti. Is that right, Miriam? And Beth Arthur won her bid for re-election as Arlington County Sheriff. Ingrid Maroy won her bid for Commissioner of the Revenue. Also, Carla de la Pava won for County Treasurer. Katie Crystal and Christian Dorsey won for County Board. Reed Goldstein was the winner for the open seat on the school board. Adam Eben and Barbara Favola also won the races for the Senate, and Mark Levine and Rip Sullivan won in the House of Delegates. So we congratulate all those winners. The campaigns paid off. It worked. Congratulations, winners. Daniel.
Well, Craig, on to some other news for tonight. Early in the evening on Friday, passenger on a local bus pepper sprayed the driver when he told her that she would have to pay a fare or exit the bus. After spraying the driver, the suspect fled. She was described as a black female between the ages of 18 and 25, between 100 and 125 pounds, wearing a gray hoodie and a bandana. One thing that stood was the sarcastic reader comments after the story was reported by ARL Now. One person wrote that when Parissa is prosecutor, the bus driver will be considered the perpetrator for preventing the sweet, innocent young woman from riding the free. This was written before Parissa was elected. It is also not yet known whether or not the suspect was even an Arlington resident.
All right, Daniel, and also in our news items, well, in case you hadn't noticed, the Washington Nationals won the Super Bowl, and last week we had given viewers and listeners score updates on the show as we were taping the show during the ball game as it was being played. The World Series.
Yeah, you said Super Bowl.
Oh, I've done that repeatedly. I don't know why. Anyway, it is the World Series. Thanks for the reminder. But yes, the Nationals beat the Astros and won all 4 games in Houston, which is pretty incredible. 6-2 was the final score, and as you, well, I I don't know. It says here they weren't standing outside the bars in Clarendon. There may have been a few folks, but everyone was inside watching the game. And cheers, they say, could be heard over a block away. That's it. So congratulations, Nats. Way to go.
Such an amazing win.
Incredible.
And an epic comeback.
It was great. History making.
Well, Craig, on to our last news story for tonight. A crash between two cars occurred on Monday. That was November the 4th. Both vehicles were going west. The crash occurred at around 9:30 a.m. and at least 2 injuries were reported. The crash occurred at the intersection of Route 50 and North Manchester Street. Further details are not yet available.
All right, Daniel, that's. I think that's it for our news items. Hopefully we'll get our prompter fixed here in a minute, but until we do, we'll send it down there to our colleague down at the end of the news desk. Here's Adele with another installment of
It's Easy Being Green.
Great,
Your turn, Adele.
Your turn.
Thanks so much. Welcome back, everyone, to another It's Easy Being Green. My name's Adele Quo, and of course, Joe Tree Frog, our mascot, is here to welcome us to the Fall Foliage Report by the Virginia Department of Forestry. If we've learned anything this fall, it's that trees will surprise you. What was expected to be a dull fall color season due to the drought is turning out to be pretty colorful. The highest mountain areas have moved past the peak and have lost many of their leaves, but areas below 3,000 feet where we are still considered quite stunning. This is peak week along the Blue Ridge Parkway. Red maples, dogwoods, and sumacs are blazing red, and hickories are a wonderful golden color. The outer branches of our oaks have begun to change as well. Look for their amber to deep red palette in the next week or two. The overall landscape in the Piedmont is now awash in gold, punctuated by those blasts of wonderful red. Eastern Virginia is yellowing too, flaunting these red maples in the swamps and along the roadsides. One star of our coastal plain area is the sweet gum, which is yellow, orange, red, and purple, all on the same tree. Urban trees have been particularly pretty this week, especially when the sugar maples have their signature red-orange leaves. Since Northern Virginia offers a range of elevations extending the foliage season, Joe Tree Frog is here to share his favorite hangouts so you can enjoy the remaining fall colors on the water, by the water, or as a landlubber. Here's a short list of Joe's personal hotspots of fiery fall colors. The fall colors on the water, you can enjoy them from a pontoon boat ride on Saturday, November 9th or Sunday, November 10th at 4 to 5 p.m. at Burke Lake Park. You can join a special tour that captures the beauty of fall from this pontoon's unique perspective. The tour includes a 1-hour ride and a hot beverage. Children under 12 must be accompanied by an adult. The cost is $8 per person. And you can also, from terra firma, enjoy a 5-mile path around Burke Lake, which offers beautiful views of the fall foliage. It's also not too late to sign up for the Fall Colors Walk by the Arlington Parks and Rec. You can explore the colors of fall on an easy walk on the trails around Long Branch Nature Center at Glen Carlin Park on Saturday, November 16th from 1 to 2 p.m. And along the way, you can make leaf rubbings and learn where those colors come from. It's only $5. You can register online or call 703-228-4747 and use activity code 612-959-S. And remember, it's easy being green.
Checking out those fall colors.
Hey, look at this wonderful
It's
leaf
beautiful.
wand.
Really.
Shows you all the wonderful fall colors.
Leaf rubbings.
Yes.
Let's have a leaf rubbing right now.
Exactly.
I'm
All
doing
right, what do we wish
leaf
for?
rubbing I've been doing is to put them in the fire. They
nice
smell
drink,
great
a
though.
nice hot
They really
drink.
do. We appreciate it. Thanks, Adele.
Thank you, Adele.
For another EBG, EBB, CBGB,
Abbreviated. Oh no.
something like that. Okay. What's up next? Oh, no Denise tonight, but we do have, that's coming up after CBB. We're going to do CBB now. Having a little technical difficulty here tonight, but we'll carry on. Here's item number 1 in our community bulletin board file. Are you a mother who works in the Roslyn-Ballston corridor area? Well, Mothers of North Arlington's monthly group, Lunch, is a great way to meet and support others just like you. The next meeting is coming up on Wednesday, November 13, from 12 noon to 1 in the afternoon at Northside Social. They're located at 3211 Wilson Boulevard. So stop on by or check out their website at, Northside Social for the Mothers Group. Daniel. Your turn.
Well, Craig, on to other CBB news stories for tonight. Fossils are amazing for so many reasons. They give us a glimpse into the world of the past, which is rich with knowledge and mystery. Kids love fossils too. What's cooler than a dinosaur? This event is a great way for kids ages 3 to 6 to learn what kinds of fossils can be found in the Arlington region. Registration is $5 in advance. This is taking place on Thursday. That's November the 14th from 1 to 2 p.m. That's at the Golf Brincher Nature Center and Park. That's located at 3608 North Military Road. Register online or by giving them a call. That's at 703-228-4747.
And Daniel, also in our CBB file, as we all know, there's plenty of history to be found here in Arlington. And there's an event coming up that provides you a great way to learn about some of the historic events that have taken place in your own neighborhood. Join longtime Arlington resident and activist and historical researcher Jessica Kaplan as she provides a peek into the Bottom, a pre-Civil War community formed by free African Americans that offered sanctuary to struggling families. This is a free event, can't beat that, an FRWE free event, and it comes up on Thursday, November 14 from 7 to 9 in the evening at the Library Auditorium at Miriam University on their main campus. They're located at 2807 North Glebe Road. So might want to check that one out. Sounds good. Daniel.
Absolutely. Well, books are great, but they're not all equal. Whether a book is about a subject that doesn't interest you, uses language that is hard to understand, or it's just simply poorly written. Plenty of us have books that we've started and unfortunately never finished. If you fall into this category, then Bring a Book You Hate Book Swap is the event for you. Bring those pesky books that you could never finish and swap them for something, well, a little better. All books should be in good condition, while extra books will be donated to the library. This is happening on Monday, November the 18th from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. That's at the Westmont Room at the Columbia Pike Branch Library. That's located at 816 South Walter Reed Drive. Attendance is on a first-come, first-served basis. And as always, we want to thank our great writer, Jordan Koharski, for this week's CBB Stories. Thank you so much, Jordan, for your hard work and certainly your dedication.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Jordan. And News for Seniors segment coming up. Don't go away. That's right around the corner, right after we hear and look at something called the Phantom of the Theater.
As a kind of public service, I'd like to present an alternate review of sorts, not of a stage show, but of several theatrical audiences over the years. Their behavior, in the aggregate, constitutes a kind of entertainment all its own. One problem that playwrights have is the creation of a good beginning. It's not easy to suddenly jar an audience into some fictional setting without some sort of warm-up or easing in process. However, a gradual transition is often facilitated by certain audience members who arrive late, or who, as the play is getting underway, decide that they really need to remove a coat or change seats. These little reminders that we're really in a theater, watching a bunch of actors, can help the other audience members avoid the strain of a too sudden entry into the world of make-believe. Once the play is finally rolling along, and the action and the dialogue pick up, the crackling dialogue on stage is often punctuated by the crackling sounds of plastic water bottles being squeezed by certain members of the audience as they attempt to extract a last drop of refreshment. The rustling of paper or plastic bags containing lozenges or candies also provides a diverting counterpoint. Of course, no modern theatrical experience is complete without the periodic flashing of illuminated timepieces, text messaging devices, or cell phones. These special audio-visual enhancements really lend a sense of depth and dimension as the entire theater becomes one great big stage. Sometimes, when the action on stage enters a restful mode, the worrisome sense of dragging can be offset by some clever rhythmic thumping on the back of one's chair, courtesy of an audience member in the seat behind, who is diligently rehearsing for a warning video about restless leg syndrome. Finally, a word about extra attendees. Generally, any increase in theater attendance is considered to be desirable. It's good for business. Even non-paying guests can be useful for word-of-mouth advertising. There are two kinds that deserve special mention. The first kind takes the form of a germ or virus that causes its host to cough, sneeze, or otherwise make its presence known. The second kind is the very small child or infant who cannot be expected to comprehend the show being presented or to significantly benefit from the experience, but who is nonetheless brought along so that their crying, talking, or fidgeting does not unduly stress a potential babysitter or other caregiver. One venerable playwright expressed his sentiments as follows: "Suffer the little children to come unto my plays, that the rest of the audience may suffer also."
And there you have it, in case you were wondering what the Phantom of the Theater was all about.
Wow.
Now
That's
you know.
cool.
That's really cool, actually.
A little
Love the sound effect.
Halloween magicry there. Magicry, is that a word? Anyway, thanks,
two.
Chef. Okay, here we go, as promised now. News for seniors. Teleprompter's back. Amazing. Number 1, living well with diabetes is a topic to be discussed by a registered dietitian for Virginia's Hospital Outpatient Diabetes and Nutrition Center. On the agenda are the latest science-based nutrition recommendations for better blood sugar control and weight management. This is coming up on Monday, November 18. Happy birthday to me. 11 in the morning at Langston Brown Senior Center, the 55 Plus Center. They're located at 2121 North Culpeper Street, right there at Culpeper and Lee Highway. Stop by or give them a call at 703-228-6300. Daniel.
That was a clue, right?
That's it.
Well, Craig,
Very good.
Medicare open enrollment continues through December the 7th. For the latest on changes, join a representative from the Virginia Insurance Counseling Assistance Program, also known as VITAP. You'll learn how to effectively use the Medicare Pathfinder and other tools to maximize savings. That all takes place on Tuesday, November the 12th at 10 a.m. That's at the Langston Brown 55 Plus Center, located at 2121 North Culpeper Street. To register, give them a call at 703-228-6300.
And it's that time again. Census is rolling around. So Eliza Ortiz, chair of the Arlington Complete Count, and Brina Helfer, Arlington County liaison to ACC, will be discussing the U.S. Census and how it affects Arlington. That's coming up on Wednesday, November 13, 10 in the morning at Walter Reed 55 Plus Center. They're at 2909 16th Street South. More information is available at 703-227-0955. Daniel.
Well, Craig, a panel of 3 Vietnam veterans will discuss what it was like to serve in America's most controversial war. That's Nick Atkinson, Tom Curtis, and Tom Sipasik. Will also explain how the experience impacted their lives. That all is coming up on Tuesday, November the 12th at 1 p.m. at the Walter Reed 55 Plus Center. That's located at 2909 16th Street South. Register early by giving them a call at 703-228-0955.
And finally, in our News for Seniors files, AARP representatives will be conducting a popular smart driver class for people over 50. They'll review current rules of the road, defensive driving techniques, and how to operate a vehicle in today's increasingly and challenging environment out there on the roads. It's crazy out there, be careful. Upon completion, attendees will receive an AARP certificate of completion, which may be qualify you for a discount on your insurance, a little discount. The all-day class will be held on Thursday, November 14, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Madison Community Center. They're located at 3829 North Stafford Street. Cost is $20, $15. if you're an ARP member. For more information and to register early at 703-228-0556. And as always, thanks to Judy Vasabny of OSAP, Office of Senior Adult Programs.
Thank you, Judy.
Helping us out and sending us these announcements. We appreciate it. We'll be back with bye-bye and sign-off right after you hear from our Styrofoam mom. Here's Miriam.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of the Sustainable Scoop. I am here with Arlington's big top turkey, Mark Riley, and with Sam Kelly. He is the CEO of Bridges to Independence. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, Miriam. We're glad to be here again.
Well, tell us about this year's Turkey Trot, 2019.
2019 is the 14th annual Turkey Trot that began in 2006, sponsored by the Christ Church of Arlington, and we are now at 4,000 strong, and we're having a great time. Please come out and join us and help us raise funds for the 6 beneficiaries, AFAC, ASPAN, Arlington Thrive, Bridges to Independence, OAR, and Young Life.
Thanks so much for doing this, leading all of us crazy Arlingtonians around Arlington on Thanksgiving morning. And one of the beneficiaries, or actually the organizations that's a beneficiary, is Bridges to Independence. So yes. Thanks for being with us, Sam. Can you tell us a little bit about the work that you do there?
Sure. Bridges to Independence is a local nonprofit organization serving families who are experiencing homelessness here in Arlington. We provide services through emergency shelter, through next step housing support, youth development, workforce development, and a variety of other support services.
You certainly do. In fact, I actually called Bridges to Independence a couple weeks ago when I saw a young lady homeless on the side of the road. And you know what? You guys answered. So thank you for that.
Fantastic.
I'm really excited to hear more about what you're doing with youth in leadership. Can you tell me about some of those programs?
Sure. So our goal is to ensure that our youth get to the next step in their lives. For those who are in junior high and high school, we have a Youth Leadership Academy in which we are preparing our youth through public speaking, through college readiness, to be prepared for college, if college is an option for them. If college is not an option for them, we're working with them to prepare them for trades. We want them to be able to earn livable wages and wages that will allow them to live here in Arlington.
Wow, that's fantastic. And you know, the thing about the Turkey Trot is that it brings all the different groups together, all these very important services. And that's kind of what makes Arlington great. Why do you think that so many people get so excited about registering and participating, Mark?
I think it's a tradition now. I think people enjoy tremendously running. I think they enjoy being out with their families on Thanksgiving morning. They like giving back to charity, and they have really taken this thing over as their run. As evidenced by the Arlington Magazine 2019, we were the best of readers.
Best race, right?
Yes. Yeah, and it's because it's the readers who are the registrants who are the readers who say this is where we want to be on Thanksgiving morning, and we're thrilled.
Well, and you have fantastic volunteers that show up every year. I know you're working year-round trying to come up with great ideas to make it more fun. This year, one of the things that everyone's going to want to see, and we're going to reveal now, is some of your swag. So show us your gloves. Let's see what you've got there. Those are gorgeous. And how do you get those gloves? I want some of those.
Gloves,
yeah, tell me about that. Turkey Trot gloves.
We're going to have the gloves at shirt and bib pickup at the church on Tuesday and Wednesday. And, you know, we're asking a donation of like $5 for the gloves, which are pretty nice. And we're also going to have the medals for the kids, primarily for the kids who cross the finish line.
That's right.
Until those medals are gone. And folks are excited about that as well. Kids particularly love to get that medal. And this year, the shirt this year is got the course on the shirt.
Yes, and so we have to say thank you to the wonderful sponsors that help put this event on. You couldn't do it without the sponsors.
So yeah, we have some great sponsors every year. We have the Mayflower and the Pilgrim and the Gobbler sponsors, and there are several that have been what I would call stalwarts, from the beginning. And I'm not going to mention any at the moment because
all of
I
them.
will leave somebody out, but I will thank all of the ones who have been absolutely with us from the beginning.
Absolutely.
As has Bridges to Independence
Yes.
been a beneficiary
Yes.
from 2006.
And you look at how wonderful the organization is and how they're growing. I love this builder attire you have on. Can you just tell me, registration's already begun, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so what do people do?
So you go to Arlington, VA, turkeytrot.org, and you go to the registration button, and then bingo, it puts you right in there. You fill the thing out, and you're in.
That's fantastic. It's going to be another great year.
Yes, it will
Are you
be.
predicting the weather?
No.
Okay.
No, not yet.
Rain or
It's too-
shine?
It's too early. I expect that it's going to be chilly.
Cold.
/cold.
Okay.
Hopefully no snow
But
and no rain and no ice.
no matter what, we're going.
Well, we're going.
We're going.
Yeah.
All right. And here at the Arlington Weekly News and the Sustainable Scoop, we've been supporting the Turkey Trot by attending and videotaping all of the families and the children and the pets year after year. And now we'd like to make an appeal to all of your trotters to remember Arlington Independent Media, especially now during the Thanksgiving season. We invite you to come by the station, make a donation, tell us what you think. And if you can't give money, then volunteer. So you can come by here. We're just next to Whole Foods and see us. Okay, Turkey?
That's awesome. I'm just going to add one quick thing, and that is that I really appreciate, on behalf of our community, the work that Arlington Independent Media has been doing over the last few years, and Miriam Gennari in particular. You guys have been just awesome, and I am thrilled that we are in partnership.
Thankful to have all of you here with us and to be together on Thanksgiving. I'm Miriam Gennari. That's the Sustainable Scoop. Back to the news desk.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Love the sound
Oh
effects.
my God, so
at the end.
awesome.
Thank you, Miriam. Mama G back to behind
Miriam
camera
Gennari.
3.
That's
Good
right.
job. We
Awesome.
appreciate it.
So talented.
All right, we got to wrap it up and get out of here. Once again, congratulations to the Washington
Yeah.
Nationals defeating the Houston Astros
Game
6-2
7.
in Game 7 of the World
Go Nats.
Series. They did it. Amazing. What a great, incredible
We're number
comeback. We'll be talking about this for a while. And we hope you'll be watching next week when we're here. We'll try it all again.
Absolutely,
Anything
Craig.
else to add? We got to go.
We got to
Let's
go.
do it.
We got to go. Thanks for
Nats.
watching.
you.
Have a safe
Go
week.
Nats.
Bye-bye. Go Nats.
Number one.
Yeah.